Welcome, my friends, to the Whitehat Radio. I'm your host RJ, and tonight we're diving headfirst into a story that shook the very foundations of the crypto world, a tale of cunning, colossal loss, and a desperate fight for survival. This isn't just about a hack, it's about the relentless shadow war waged in the digital realm, a war where the lines between state-sponsored espionage and ruthless cybercrime blur into a terrifying singular threat. This is the story of the ByBit hack of 2025, and it's just the beginning of our journey into the digital underworld. Mark your calendars. February 21st, 2025. A seemingly ordinary Friday. It was a day like any other, with everyone quickly winding up their work, eagerly anticipating the weekend, blissfully unaware that too, for the vast, sprawling empire of ByBit, one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, it was a day like any other. Routine operations, billions of dollars flowing, the hum of digital commerce. But beneath the surface, a meticulously crafted, insidious plot was already unfolding. The first whispers began, not on official channels, but in the hushed corners of cyber threat intelligence circles. By Monday, February 24th, the digital air crackled with unease. The Guardian was quick on the draw, reporting the bombshell on February 23rd. The news hit like a digital tsunami. ByBit had been breached. And the numbers, they were staggering. We are talking $1.5 billion USD in Ethereum. To put that in perspective, this sum is even bigger than what those bank robbers in Money Heist famously stole from the Royal Mint and the Bank of Spain combined. Not a typo, 1.5 billion. The sheer scale immediately pointed to a sophisticated, well-resourced adversary. And the finger of suspicion almost immediately pointed to one name that sends shivers down the spine of every cybersecurity professional: Lazarus Group, North Korea's notorious state-sponsored hacking outfit. Now, how did they pull this off? This wasn't some brute force attack, this was surgical. The core vulnerability wasn't ByBit's main infrastructure, but a third-party service they relied on called Safe Wallet. Think of it as a crucial digital key holder responsible for moving colossal sums of ETH from ByBit's secure cold storage wallets, the digital vaults, to their warm vault ready for customer withdrawals. The attack vector was classic, yet terrifyingly effective: social engineering. Lazarus operatives honed in on a safe wallet developer. They compromised a machine associated with this developer. Once inside, they didn't just walk in, they bypassed multi-factor authentication, they stole AWS session tokens, gaining an insidious foothold in Safe Wallet's cloud environment. But here's where the nuance deepens. This wasn't just about stealing credentials. They manipulated the user interface source code of Safe Wallet. They injected malicious JavaScript, so when the routine transfer from cold to warm wallets occurred on February 21st, the digital instructions, unbeknownst to ByBit's operators, were subtly rerouted. The ETH, instead of flowing to ByBit's intended warm wallets, cascaded into wallets controlled by North Korean operatives. It was an invisible theft, executed in plain sight of ByBit's legitimate processes. ByBit's immediate response was critical. CEO Ben Zhu took to social media, assuring users the exchange remained solvent. He pledged full refunds to all affected users, a move that would ultimately cost ByBit a significant portion of its internal funds. Backed by a bridge loan, they did something else, something unprecedented. They called upon the brightest minds in cybersecurity and crypto analytics, offering a 10% bounty on recovered funds. This wasn't just a crisis, it was a desperate plea for help. The market reacted violently. A surge of over 350,000 withdrawal requests flooded ByBit. Bitcoin tumbled 20% from its January high, fueling wider fears about crypto security. Law enforcement, specifically the FBI, quickly swung into action, attributing the attack to Lazarus Group and publicly identifying the Ethereum addresses used in the heist. urging all platforms to freeze any incoming funds. The laundromat was open for business. Within the first 48 hours, at least $160 million of the stolen ETH was already being washed through a dizzying array of intermediary wallets, decentralized exchanges, cross-chain bridges, and sophisticated BTC ETH mixers. By March 20th, a staggering 86.29% of the stolen ETH had been converted to Bitcoin, obscuring the trail further. The goal was clear: convert it to untraceable fiat currency, fueling the North Korean regime. To date, publicly reported efforts have resulted in the freezing of over $40 million in stolen assets in the immediate aftermath, a testament to rapid response, though a mere fraction of the total. ByBit, bruised but not broken, doubled down on security. They committed to a multi-layered defense strategy. We saw a new API released, designed to blacklist suspicious addresses in real time. They strengthened multi-signature wallets, enhancing monitoring tools and API security. While not explicitly stated as a direct consequence, a major wallet upgrade in July 2025, described as enhancing platform infrastructure and safeguarding user assets, can certainly be seen as part of their comprehensive post-hack remediation. The impact on user trust, while initially shaken, remarkably recovered by May 2025. Glassnode reports show market depth and liquidity surpassing pre-hack values. ByBit's swift, transparent response and their commitment to making users whole played a central role in this rebound. Their derivatives market share, which dipped briefly, climbed back to around 21% from a low of 18%. This was a defining stress test for the entire crypto industry, and ByBit's actions were closely watched. But the story isn't over. As of July 17, 2025, the ByBit hack still accounts for approximately 69% of all funds stolen from services this year. A staggering $1.5 billion out of a total of $2.17 billion. The initial freeze of over $40 million in late February was a victory, but it's a fraction of the total. The vast majority of those stolen billions remain unrecovered, vanishing into the digital abyss, likely fueling illicit state activities. This incident has amplified calls for greater regulatory oversight, particularly concerning the use of third-party vendors by exchanges. It's a stark reminder that even the most robust systems are only as strong as their weakest link. The ByBit hack wasn't just a financial blow, it was a stark, brutal lesson in the evolving nature of cyber warfare, and a chilling testament to the persistent threat posed by adversaries who operate beyond the reach of conventional law. The digital battle continues, and we, the vigilant, must continue to listen, to learn, and to adapt. Join us next time on the Whitehat Radio as we unravel another thread in the complex tapestry of digital deception.